Hello and welcome, my beautiful Geminis. This is your General Tarot and Oracle card forecast for the month of April. This is your monthly for 2023. Starting off, your all-over energy card that I have pulled is moving on. There may be a situation where you're finding that you don't want to be involved in anymore. You may not want to be in a situation with a person, a group, a club, an association, or even the way you're doing things right now. It's time for you to think about going in a new direction. Perhaps you're going to be bringing new people into your circle to help you grow and expand. Perhaps you're leaving a job and going to a new place of employment. Perhaps some of you are leaving your job to open your own business. Now, whether it's a passive business on the side or whether you're deciding to go out and take that leap of faith and go for this job completely self-employed. You could be moving on from a location. Some of you might be relocating geographically and moving from one home to another, or from one city to another city, or even one country to another country. So the card says you're making command decisions to change things in your life. And often we have to part ways with things to go and open doors of opportunity to create the new things that we are moving towards. So there's definitely going to be a shift of energy for you, and I do think some of you will be moving on in a new direction, a new way of doing things, a new way of processing things, and maybe even a new relationship. Okay, so coming in with your finance and career, you've been given the butterfly. And we all know that butterflies are about transformation, changing things again. And as I had said, moving on, you might be moving on from a situation that wasn't so appealing to you to a new one. But you're doing things to create this transformation, and that means making changes, moving forward. Now, for some of you, you know, when we wait and then all of a sudden, boom, that cocoon opens and that butterfly emerges instantly, there could be some sudden change coming into you. And I think that you're going to have to be wary and conscientious about your money. Unfortunately, some things crop up that are out of our control, like maybe your car breaks down, or you know, your furnace breaks down, or you need a new roof, or there's a medical bill that you didn't plan on. Anything like that can cause some spending. As long as you don't spend emotionally or frivolously on things that maybe you don't need. What we need and what we want, right, are two different things, and we're all privy to doing those things, right? And you need to be careful. You may find that money is a little bit tight at times this month in April, and you may have to ask for a short-term loan, whether it's actually with a bank, with a financial advisor, institution, lending and loaning institution, or even maybe from a relative. I do think what you do is very creative, and you have a great art and skill, Geminis, to continue this movement forward. Some of you might be thinking about taking on a part-time job, something that you like, that's fun for you, and it might even have to do what you do now, only it's going to be more creative and fun. Perhaps you're going to do this as a temporary job. Maybe you've been asked to go and get involved with other people doing what you do, and you know, you're going to be getting out there. Maybe you're going to be part of a job fair, you know, part of a market, getting out there and doing your work there, or selling your craft there. So I do think you're going to see change in April. I do think something might crop up very quickly that makes you have to do this change. Just be careful. If you have to invest into something to do this, make sure you have the finances to do that. Unless someone generously says, hey, I'll lend you the money. Once you make your money there, then you can pay me back. Okay, so this is transformation. There's going to be some change coming into you when it comes to your job and career. Now, in your relationship and or romance card, you've been given chemistry. So chemistry can go both ways, but this one, often talks about there's a strong magnetic attraction here. You towards someone, a soulmate, a friend, it could be same sex, totally platonic, where you're going to find somebody new come into your life that you feel very, very connected to and comfortable in their company. This could also be a new love interest coming into you where, you connect with somebody all of a sudden and you think, wow, where did you come from? We get along so well. This person will be kind, understanding. They're strong and able to allow you to lean into them if you need to pull from their strength. They're very kind and giving, and I think you're going to click very well with this person. This could already be someone in your life who you feel comfortable with, who you rely on, who you trust, who you confide in. Beautiful card. Now, let's see what we have in the beginning of the month, possibly your first week. You've been given the Seven of Swords, and you've been given the Knight of Cups. So very different cards. I do think, there could be some situation here. There could be a water sign here that you need to be aware of. They might, you might be reaching, making a break for it, wanting to cut ties or put some distance between you and somebody here. But, this person could be a water sign perhaps, and maybe not, because this particular knight comes in and they want to offer you something here. They're romantic and they offer you something creative, and the puzzle pieces fit, and you could be falling in love with this individual. Now let's go back again to the Seven of Swords. This is the liar, cheater, thief card, the card of deception, trickery, and behaving not in a good way. Somebody who could be masquerading and wearing a mask as a friend. So be careful. You may have met somebody new, and they may not have the integrity that they're trying to show you. They could be very charming. Be careful who you allow in your circle of friends, because generally, Geminis, you're very good at character analysis, and you don't often let your guard down to be intimate with someone else and share and confide in someone else. So be careful. They could be very charming and want to bring you in. Also, I'm hearing beware of the snake charmer, the snake oil salesman, the salesman with a mouthful of samples, right? And I call him the BS salesman. There could be somebody trying to sell you something or talk you into doing something with them. Be careful, okay? Do your research. You are the Google kings and queens, so do that research before you make a committed decision, okay? I do think that you have whoever this is, if there's someone here who's, not being honest and has integrity around you, you're just going to cut ties with them. They're going to get caught at the end of the day. Someone's going to say, hey, be careful of this person. They're not who they say they are. And they get caught, okay? That's the card that I always say, they get caught. So stand in your integrity, stand your ground and your independence here, and don't allow this energy to cut through your goodwill. Okay, because you're such a good person. You're there for everybody. Now, the Knight of Cups could be somebody coming in here, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that comes in here with a proposal for you and an offer and an invitation. And you may want to follow your heart here down that path with this person. I take this Knight of Cups as somebody who all of a suddenly, remember we talked about a sudden movement here and growth, all of a sudden they show up and they come charging in and they literally sweep you off your feet. It's like, whoa, where did they come from? Why didn't I, why weren't they in my life sooner, and so on. So you could be falling madly in love with a water sign, with this individual, male or female, or if it's not a water sign, you could be falling in love with somebody who comes in like that, with the energy of this Knight of Cups. I do think you could be falling in love with a situation too, not necessarily a person here. So this could be, this is a court card. This could be them, or this could be you taking on the energy of this. Just beware of, this deception coming in. You need to keep your eyes open for that. Now, again, look what you've got. You've got the Lovers in the second week, and you've got the Hierophant. So making major decisions and choices, it could be determined on a heart level and an emotional level, about someone. What are your personal values, that are going to lead you to this position here? Think about that. You're worthy of only the best, okay? So know that you're moving forward, and you may be doing that with someone here in partnership. but definitely making major choices that could be determined around of another person that you are attached to. But it's about partnership, whether it's in love or business. It's about that beautiful connection that you're connecting with, and you're able to share some really good values here together. So coming in with that, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is doing things in traditional ways, but it also has to do with the message or the blessing from the divine. And I do, he's usually referred to as a church in the marriage card, and things that happen within that type of spirituality, and choose which tradition to embrace and how to do it right now, right? So you're thinking about things and doing things in a different way. But this could also be an institution, a traditional institution. But you're doing things conventionally, and you're conforming to things. You're committing to things, your beliefs, your spirituality, and the knowledge that you're sharing. You could be getting together in groups, because this is also the card of unity, allowing people into your soul pod that have the same values as you, that have the same goals as you do. And as a team, we've always heard this, that teamwork is dream work. You're going to be able to move forward in a successful way, sharing your beliefs and your knowledge. So this is beautiful. Coming in the middle of the month, you've got the Ace of Cups. Boy, there's a lot of emotion here. And you've got the Eight of Swords. So, something new is coming in. You're going to see an outpouring of beautiful new beginnings. And it could be new romance. It could be just happiness in general. It could be fertility here. There could be you're birthing a new project, a new business, a new passion, or there could be, somebody could be in your family or around you, or you possibly could be conceiving a child if this is what you're planning on wanting to do. But it's about beautiful, beautiful outpourings of abundance. When the Ace of Cups comes in, it's how do you look at your life right now? Is it half full, your cup, or is it overflowing? I do think that there's going to be an outpouring and a shift by the middle of April for you Geminis, where you're going to have those resources. It's almost like you're going to say, wow, this was divinely led. Finally, I get what I've been working for. Now, coming in next, you might be worried about this abundance, that it's not going to come, and you're feeling trapped and restricted and backed into a corner. Don't allow yourself to get up in your head, because this is what this is. Step out of your way, Gemini. Move aside and let this happen in the divine timing, because that's what this is about. Divine timing. All of this outpouring of happiness and abundance will show up when you least expect it. All of a sudden, there it'll be. Now, you have to let go of this feeling here. Don't get caught in other people's drama either. But you're not, you might feel as though your hands are tied right now. So let that feeling go. Okay, you might have to wait something out here before you receive this. And I know, Gemini, I'm constantly telling you to be patient, and it's coming. And you guys come back to me and you say, but when? What when, Brenda? Well, remember, this is a general. I'm not doing a personal reading, which I could be more accurate at with timing. So know that you need to step out of your way, Geminis, and don't allow yourself to bring yourself down with being impatient, because you feel as though everything around you is restricting you. So, open your eyes and realize that this is going to come in at the perfect time. And it's going to allow you to move on in that new direction you want to go and make those changes in your life. Now, coming in at the end of the month, you've got the Four of Swords, and you've got the Seven of Coins. So definitely it's time to rest up. As you move through this month, you may be very busy, whether you're taxing and stressing yourself out physically or mentally. This is taking a truce, stepping back, saying, I need some breathing time here, letting go of any fear and anxiety and feelings of being overwhelmed. Sometimes you might be getting into, overload here, maybe, mentally overload. You need to take yourself to some relaxation, and that is, let go of stress, close the door, shut out the world, put down your iPhone or your technology for a day or so, and just enjoy yourself in this solitude. Now, some of you may not be getting your rest. You may be having some sort of insomnia issues, whereby you're going to have to make your sleeping arrangements and better, whether you are going to, meditate before bed, whether you're going to make sure your room is the comfortable temperature, making sure that maybe you need to have a warm bath of salts and things and oils before you go to bed. Whatever you need to do, shut out that outside noise so that you can sleep better, okay? You're planning for your future while you are in this sort of step back situation. And you are planning, because here is the Seven of Pentacles, and that's making investments. That's putting things into motion here. That's maybe some of you have put out a proposal, an idea, a resume. You're working on something like that. Maybe you're working on your resume or you're working on your website. But you're going to see rewards coming in as a result of the work that you've put out there. There's going to be a payout. Some of you might be receiving a payout of some sort, a raise, a bonus, a settlement of some sort coming into. You're manifesting all of this. You're cultivating growth here, and this is what you're working for. So be patient. This is about nurturing what you're doing here. You're growing something here, but you need to persevere and be patient in this planning. Wow. Well, my beautiful, beautiful Geminis, you're definitely moving on in a new direction here. And just don't allow yourself to get impatient here and get up in your head. I do think that, you're going to be sharing things with other people who are like-minded, that are going to be going down this path with you. You are emerging, you are transforming, and you're going through a lot of change here. But I do think that in the process, you're going to be connected with contacts, with people who are going to be instrumental this month, helping you together as a unit to move on. Well, I wish you a great month of April, my beautiful Geminis, and always know I stand in the circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon.